But look at this, my friend. This is like Christmas come early here. It really is. Look at the magnificence of this army here. It is absolutely exemplary. Look at this. The finest troops we have available to us, bar none. I mean, it's an absolute bloodbath, sir. Oh, that's a magnificent sight, sir. We've got to pick this up. We've got to pick this flank away here. Come on, gentlemen, obey your orders here. We've got a chance to absolutely roll up this flank here. Move! If we could just crush in this flank here without them even realising what's going on here. Because if we can pick them apart, we shall do that. But greetings and welcome to episode 40 of my Empire Total War Darth mod Great Britain campaign. And this, my friends, we had last time, and it was a terrific episode last time, my friends, where we have finally cleared out central Greece and indeed the sort of southern flank here of Romalia. And it really has been an absolutely brutal campaign thus far. We have brought together all of our available sort of military power. It has taken us a long time to build up these forces here in our sort of Mediterranean redoubt, as it were. And they have absolutely proven their worth here. We've got Marines, we have Guards, we have the finest heavy cavalry, we have 32-pounder guns. We have brought everything we can possibly muster here to this battle. Now, fortunately, we are very close to our production centres, very close to our supply lines, our supply dumps, as it were. So we're able to sort of replenish and repair quite quickly. We're able to move troops through our lands very quickly as well to strike where we need to be. But that doesn't mean this is over. Not by a long way. Now, the council's comments have been absolutely phenomenal. They really have. Many of them have really come up with some really excellent suggestions. That includes how to use dragoons, which I haven't been using correctly, of course, and I do apologise for that, my friends. I've been sort of using dragoons as normal cab instead of using them as sort of their what they should be used for, which is obviously picking away and sort of hitting the enemy with their excellent shooting skills, whilst of course on horseback and that, and of course being able to use them as normal cavalry if the situation dictates. Of course, and they will be from now on used in their proper manner, and that is also, many of you been saying, Ali, you need to sort of possibly try and do something about these Russian fleets here. As you can see, the Russians do have two very powerful fleets here. Now ultimately we would like to deal with them, but we've only got this fleet ourselves here. Now this is a very powerful fleet. We took us a long time. We've even got Victory here. HMS Victory is actually within this theatre of operations here. Taken a long time for us to muster all these armies together. We are raiding this trade line here, the trade line that's coming from Venice and also from sort of Poland, and indeed from Spain as well itself. So we've got Russia, France and the Ottomans on this line here. We've got Russia and Venice on this line here, and of course we've also got Spain and Venice here. So these are all interlinked. We are raiding this one line that sort of intersects all of these. It feeds off all of these sort of coming here from this the Adriatic and indeed the Mediterranean. Ideally, if these fleets weren't here, we'd like to raid this. Look at that, 95,000 of the trade from Russia is going through this line here. If we were to rate this, our income would just absolutely shoot through the roof. It really would. 26,000 from Spain, 43,000 from France. The Mughal Empire is 34,000. So as you can imagine, it is a tremendous amount of income here. If we were able to raid this line here, it would bring in a copious amount of money. It really would. But we're not able to. We must stay close to our base here. We cannot risk losing this fleet. It is our mainstay here. It is the only protection we have of our ports, of our sort of the ports we're able to. Of course, as you can see, this is what happens when you don't have full naval protection. The Russians have moved in here to Thessaloniki here and taken that over from us, and it's going to take us a good chunk of money here to put this back in. And of course, the gold coin we've got here is being able to use to repair these. 6,000 per sort of factory here. It's going to take us 12,000 gold just to get these repaired. That's the damage to the economy at the moment. But once they're brought back online, 937 here, plus 16 to the town wealth in the region, and also here as well, it's going to bring in for us 1,312, and they gain the same amount for town wealth. That's what we're after. This is the whole, almost the whole epicenter here of this attack. This operation, this anti-partisan operation, as we call it, an expanded anti-partisan operation here, is to get our economy up and running again. And also, we're going to move up to here, Skopje here. Skopje, this seminary will be sort of it will be sort of collapsed. It will be made to rubble. We will dismantle this, make it into another factory, make it into something that's going to boost our economy. And indeed, once we get these, and again, also take a little bit of damage here, but look at this. Once we get this steam engine factory back on track again, 1,250 coming in, and indeed 12 plus 12 to town wealth here, and indeed here this farm, once we rid ourselves of this Russian force here, which is only a small force here, that's going to bring in for us, let's have a quick look here. Gentlemen, thank you. Plus 375, not a huge amount, but it's we have happiness and nobility, but also will give us growth. It'll give us reduce the chance of food shortages. We need to bring all of this back on track here. We are at the moment relying on heavily on Mori here in Patras, particularly Corinth here. There are of course the vineyards here, the wine estates here bringing in money, but nothing like these factories will do. And of course we do have these armies here starting to replenish themselves now. We did have 2 brutal fights last time, but they weren't as brutal for us as they were for our enemy. They really did take an absolute heavy beating here, and rightly so. We've taken them to task. But as you can see, the Poles do have a stupendous amount of artillery. Absolutely huge amount. That's why we've had to bring in quite a cavalry heavy force here to deal with those cannons, because as you can see, the cannon is the absolute bulk of this army here. We're going to, of course, they got lots and lots of cavalry here, which we mustn't get mixed in with. We have to somehow avoid their cavalry and take out all their artillery. This artillery, even though it isn't the most powerful, will do a stupendous amount of damage if it's allowed to continually pound our lines. And of course, as soon as we've dealt with the Poles here, we're then going to move on here to Epirus, and then we're going to remove this Russian force here, and then ultimately we're going to move to Skopje, move up in some kind of force. You're probably using these 2 armies into Skopje, and deal with this Russian force here. We've also got this force here, this army here, which has been already in the fighting, but as you can see, fully replenished, moving here to deal with the remnants of the Spanish, and also the last vestiges here of the Poles. Now, here in the Mediterranean, as you can see, is a brand new Spanish army en route. This is packed here with 3 units of Walloon Guards. They are incredibly difficult to absolutely rout here on the battlefield. They take a tremendous amount of damage before they can even start wavering. These 3 units here will take a long time to take down, unless we can actually put some severe firepower straight down their throats. Then we can possibly look at them turning tail and running, but those Walloon Guards can cause a few problems. But we have situated quite a strong force ourselves here. We did lose a Life Guards regiment here. I believe, are we recruiting? Indeed, look at that there. What a wonderful sight. We've got garrison guards here for Athens, just in case. But these are excellent guards. Look at that, garrison guards. Really absolutely elite guards here. We've got 8. We've got 4 here. Are we building anything here at all? No, we're not. We're trying to save and husband our money here as well. 5281. We're trying to sort of keep our money together. Of course, trade is being hit pretty hard here because we've got trade lines being raided at the moment. Now, as also the council did recommend that we set out and try and deal with those raiding our lines, particularly the Courland here. Now, they are asset stripping here quite a lot of our income here, but we would have to try and get past these two Spanish navies here, which really are quite potent indeed. They don't have the absolute apogee here, the pinnacle of naval firepower, but still we would never get past this. So Spain controls Gibraltar. That's our problem, is being able to get into the Mediterranean here, because it's effectively closed off by Courland and by the Spanish. So effectively we are immune to anything we build here, anything we do here has to be done by what we've got here in this theatre here, in our sort of territories here. Nothing else can come into the Mediterranean unless it's over land. Maybe if we were able to get some sort of some kind of alliance with the French, but that is not going to happen because they are still allies with Spain, and also I do believe they are also allied with, let's have a quick look here, they're allied with Spain here. So that's going to be the problem, and unless they break away from Spain, we are not going to be able to get any kind of alliance with them at all. Then we might be able to move in through sort of Munich, in through Zagreb, and then maybe strike downwards here and start bringing in troops. But that again would be a huge traipse all across the French Empire to try and get to Croatia. And in that time we could be intercepted by Polish forces, we could be immured and sort of entangled in the fighting that's going on here on this front here. I do believe they're still at war with, yes, they are at war with Poland. As you can see, this has been a brutal war with Poland and France. Now, at one point, France was up to Silesia here. It was on the verge of sort of taking Warsaw, but the Poles have pushed them back here, taking Central Europe back. But as you can see, France still holds Dresden, which is the sort of the tide mark of their advance, and they hold Zagreb down here as well. But they are almost surrounded here. If Munich is taken by the Poles, then Zagreb would be completely isolated. But we are drawing down quite a significant force here of Polish forces. But again, we have to focus on what's happening with us. But ideally, we wouldn't mind to try and get an alliance with France. That would be absolutely fantastic. But that's not going to happen yet. As you can see, we're also putting together here this strike force. Now we do have a very, very powerful force here in the English Channel here, which is raiding these lines here, and it's going to bring in a huge amount of money for us here. We're also starting to build another naval force here, as another naval battle group, which hope to get to full strength at some point, which will then potentially be moving in here and holding on here. Now, as many of you said, we should keep, or the council also said, that we should keep Norway if we take it, and give Sweden, Stockholm, back to the Swedes so that we keep this. So for main reason, we'll have a naval hospital here in Bergen, which will give us control here of the North Sea, and also give us control of this eastern flank here, this eastern seaboard of Britain here, is able then to sort of be able to move ships in and out, being able to patrol quite aggressively. And also, although the Norwegian sort of economy here isn't really booming that much, we got a seminary here which we can probably do. There's actually a minefield here of average yield. Norway, of course, stretches all the way around here. Look at this, all the way up to here. There's another minefield here. If we can collaborate with our allies here, which is of course Sweden, if we can take Norway and then sort of take Stockholm as well, maybe even together we can cooperate here, that would be excellent for us. It really, really would. What's the army here? They've got some very good troops, but I do fear for Sweden. It's a pity they haven't taken this, but as you can see, Prussia is actually pushing Poland back, if I'm not mistaken. They're very friendly with us. They're at war with Poland indeed, and they've taken Gdansk back here, so that might have some promising ramifications further down the line. But we are now going to see the Spanish move in, potentially even the Russians move more forces in, potentially even the Poles moving these forces down. Of course, we've got Istanbul, or Constantinople, has got a very, very strong army defending it here. We've got some excellent troops, including the Black Watch. We've got the Royal Highland Grenadiers. We've got some Scottish Highlander. Remember, the Scottish Highland Independent Regiment is also fighting here on the Greek front here as well. But again, we have got ourselves a very, very solid defence here. Good general as well, General Adam Ernuk here is also defending here as well. We will also be naming and promoting generals. So as soon as this battle is over, as soon as we get some more armies, you will see a flurry of promotions end up to general. So I haven't forgotten anybody at all. Anybody who wants to be a general in this campaign will be so. But my friends, let's look at research here. We've got here citizenship, which is actually pretty good. Minus 10% there for recruitment cost is going to be absolutely fantastic for us, it really is. And also here, Irish Rifles, Connaught Rangers. Look at that. Accuracy 70, what a wonderful sight there, that really is. Sharpshooters, 71 now. Some of these gentlemen would be absolutely phenomenal. And Green Jackets, those of you who watch Sharp, and one of my favourite programs, Sharp, will recognise the Green Jackets there. Now, of course, also light infantry was also mentioned as well by the council, that we should include more light infantry in our armies. We will, of course, do that as well. Now, at the moment, we'll keep the armies as they are, but future armies of the British, especially here in the Mediterranean, will include more light infantry. I can promise you that. The council has spoken, and that shall be taken on board. Let's end the turn, my friends, immediately. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what's coming our way. It could be a tidal wave, or it could be a trickle. There's only one way to find out. There's no point in sticking your head in the sand. Let's get on with it, my friends. Let's face what is to come. Now, Spain or France hasn't done anything here at all, so that might be good. Now, and also Spain hasn't moved either. Now, that is strange. But what will Poland do? This is crucial here. They've moved additional troops here, down into here. And also there's more troops here. Plot thickens, my friends, and they've moved away. They've moved away here. If they move out of here, that will just leave the Russians. What will they decide to do here? Nothing. They can't do anything at all, of course. Russia. Here we go. This will be great. They've moved out. They've actually moved out here. They've seen what's coming. I'll be. They've moved out from that farmyard, the farmland there, and they've actually moved now into Constantinople. That's fine. That means we can trap them there. And Courland has moved away from the trade. Don't you do it, Courland. Don't you do it. And they're going to hit Bristol. They'll be dealt with in short order. 22,000, sir? Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. Royal British Grenadier Guards. Are you sure, sir? Look at... Oh my goodness me. Look at all these garrison guards. We shall keep that there. Oh, that is a wonderful sight, it really is. Machine rifle is also done. Bristol's blockaded. I think we shall deal with that in good order. And in fact, to that end, I think we'll use this fleet here to gain some experience. If you would, please, gentlemen. Thank you.
The sea is ours.
Now, I think what we will do is still send them onto here. And what we'll do, oh look at that, what a wonderful sight there. Now Bristol is still open for business, which is excellent. Now we could increase a global trade company here, but no, sir. It looks like possibly one of our ministers passed away here. I don't believe so. Justice is looking staggeringly good here. Treasury is good as well. But look at that, Kenneth Chapman. Wow, what a minister he would be. We shall keep things as they are. Let's not step over the mark too much. That's fine. And here, plus one to subterfuge. Of course, we're keeping an eye here on the Norway here, but we have now potentially a force here of... Oh my goodness me, exceptional, sir. This is absolutely exceptional. These two armies here, oh my goodness me, look at the power of this force here. This is going to be absolutely a joy to see, it really will. And last but by no means least, a marine force. Now, we got light dragoons here. I think this force, unless we get another artillery piece here, and then I think what we'll do, we'll mix it in with some 24 pound of foot. Yeah, 24 pound of foot, and then we are ready to go. Now we do have sloops already in production here. Only 15 coming out of here. Look at that, just 15 there. That is not good at all. 2,452 here. And that force there could give us a bit of trouble. And also here is 2452 as well. The British economy is absolutely booming here. It really is. Got that there potentially. We've got still, of course, we need Army Staff College here in Edinburgh. And also Ordnance Board, which will bring us up to full strength here. But at the moment, as you can probably imagine, my friends, we are having to divert a significant amount of our funds here. Our economy is significantly... Oh, they've moved... What? They've moved towards what? There it is. There it is. They've actually... What the blazes is going on here? They've actually all moved here to try and move towards Athens here. We are going to move and intercept here. We're going to intercept this Spanish force who just landed. Look at that. What an absolute staggering...
Yes. Sir.
I think what we will do is we will move to intercept. We've got this force here. We want them moving in cooperation here. And we're going to blitz these armies here. We're going to blitz this army here. But we need to intercept this army here with these gentlemen here. We need to really take the fight here to them. They've got quite a lot of cavalry. They've got 6 cavalry regiments here. Now, are we bringing ourselves back into full strength here? We cannot also be bamboozled by these gentlemen here either. And I'm not sure where this army is going exactly. Where exactly are you going, sir? If they strike against us here in Istanbul, I will not be amused, to say the least. Now, Greece has been strengthened by these as well. Oh, look at that, we've got the Royal Welsh here as well. And I think we'll include the Royal Welsh in this army here. Let's just stiffen the resolve here of this army with some Royal Welsh. This is going to be a brutal fight. This will possibly dictate what's going to go on here, but I think what we will do is use... Yeah, we could, of course, the Royal Cuirassier Guards are our dragoons here, as it were. I think it's probably best before we really deal with... Let's actually replenish and repair these here, because they're not going to be... Yeah, let's get this economy running up again. We dismantle this here. We're going to absolutely bring all of this to an end here. I think what we'll need to do is deal with this Spanish army that just landed here. As you can see, they've kept well away here from Pylos here, or Pylos here, Pylos. The naval here, 4th-rate archer ship. They've landed right on the coast here because this was blocked off here to them. I think we're going to intercept this Spanish force. That's a significant force there, but we've got the guns. They've got no artillery at all. We're going to absolutely use the artillery to our advantage here. Take the fight to them. Let's do this, my friends. What's the 2,000? We outnumbered them by just over 708 troops here. That could be significant, but the artillery, the fire support will be crucial here. We do have the troops to match them. There's been no illusions here, but the Walloon Guards are a phenomenal unit. They really are. We've got our own elite guards here. Nothing to be smoked at here at all. But the cavalry will be crucial. We can pick off this army bit by bit if we're lucky with it, because they've got no artillery at all, no fire support. That could be the key to this battle. Let's take this fight, my friends. Another battle here in Greece, but if we can clear this Spanish force, if we can hem this force in here, and take the fight to the remnants here of the rest of those forces, we can dismantle these once and for all. We can clear all of those lands. Of course, we've got that other Russian force there moving into Constantinople there, moving into that Istanbul, into Romalia. We're also going to take our fight to the Russians in Norway. That's another fight we need to take as well. It really is. Oh my word, look at that. What a beautiful day as well to fight. Now, let's have a look at the lay of the land here. What has it given us? Not much. This is a pretty small, in terms of depth and breadth here, this deployment here, this initial deployment zone is pretty small, but it's also for the Spanish as well. But Theirs is slightly overlapping here on this left flank. They're right. I would imagine that is now. Remember, assuming can be a problem here. Never assume anything, but we shall make an educated guess here that the Spanish will actually start more on this flank. Now, if they had artillery, there would be a perfect position there for the set of the artillery on that slope here, just firing into our lines here. But again, they don't. We do. I think we might pull our artillery, because as you can see, there's an undulation here that slopes downwards. We want our artillery to be here. We need to use everything, every possible tactical advantage we can here. Right, let's bring these guns into the fore here. Right, let's set up these guns here, and then we shall set up these guns here. But I think what we might do is just set them a little bit more forward here so we get that added fire. Now they have deployed excellently here. Now what do we have here? We have 2 heavy cav here on the left flank, which we're going to... Where's the demarcation line? Right back here. Look at the depth we've got here. We can actually move around here using the line of sight here to sort of block out their vision here. Move around these sort of this hill, or this hilled area as it sort of slopes down this way. We can use all of this here to blindside the Spanish here and possibly come out right on the edge here, right on the rear here of them. If we get lucky, they don't see us. But our main sort of cavalry hit here is going to come on the right by here. Look at that, where we've got that's heavy horse guards as well. Wait a minute. I wanted to keep all of the life guards together. Life guards. So we're just going to switch this together. We want that life guards, that mailed fist there of the life guards here, hitting that right flank pretty brutally. And again, we can probably move up and around here, using the slope here, using this and coming down upon them here into the flank. It really is crucial that we do that. And again, we need to set up a strong defense, but also have a strong attack, because they probably won't come out for us unless, of course, the commander, that general, is feeling rather brave for the Spanish. Now, let's first of all, if we're going to move out, we're going to need a strong attacking force, a strike force of. I think we'll use the foot guards. We'll use guards, and we'll also use. We'll have four regiments: the two line infantry guards, and also the 2 guard units. We'll use the 5th Grenadier Regiment. As you can see here, it will be the vanguard, the backbone of our defence here. Because if those Walloon guards come in, I know I keep saying about them, but they are still a potent force. Underestimating your enemy can prove fatal. And then we shall use our line infantry, which already is experienced, and we shall have the 2nd Regiment here on the right, 26th on the left, let's move our cavalry just slightly out of the way here, not to interrupt the line, 40th here on the right, 73rd on the left. Wait a minute. Gentlemen. Excuse any noise in the background, my friends, you probably know who that is. Now what we've got here. There is our immediate... Now, if they're going to be hitting on this side here, we want to hit from the flat, so we're going to probably move down this sort of alleyway here, using the cavalry on this side, the infantry moving down this sort of flank here between this, using this as the sort of the anvil, as it were. We've got light guards, foot guards here, line infantry. There is 72nd Regiment, which we'll put on the right, but we'll angle to almost close this front off here. Now this is our strike force here. Not looking tidy at the moment, but when it moves out, it will sort of take shape. Now, I think we're ready here to tackle this Spanish force. A very, very aggressive Spanish force here. Let's fight this fight. Ah, look at that. I was right there, my friends. And look at that. Already they got dragoons moving out here. But we're not going to sit on our laurels here. quick line. Let's get that. Oh, well done, sir. Damn, they're being so aggressive here. Steady now, lads. Steady. Look at that. We've broken them here. Oh, they're going to break. Oh, there's Walloon. There's the Walloon guard. Steady, gentlemen. Steady now. Oh, that's an absolute joy to see. Look at that, it's an absolute... Gentlemen. Come on. That's an absolute wonder. Grenades off, gentlemen. Get those grenades off. Of course he's dead, sir. Of course he's dead. Get into those Spanish bandits. Get into those Spanish bandits, gentlemen, please. Excuse any noise in the background there, my friends. I can probably imagine who that might be there. Absolutely shattered. This is an absolute bloodbath here. Maybe this will put Spain off coming back here again. Don't come back here, sir. Oh my gosh, this is an absolute... Wonderful shot there, sir. Wonderful. The grenades here have absolutely done their job here. I've absolutely no idea what this gentleman is doing here. Please disobey orders. Get back into your line. Get back into your line, sir. Take care of these gorillas. Let's show our dominance here. Move up the line. Advance, gentlemen. No, actually, ceasefire. We don't want any more damage here. Don't want any more damage at all here. Oh my gosh, this has been a complete annihilation here of this Spanish force. Those Walloon guards, look at that, they've actually stuck in here for a long, long time. Let's deal with these, gentlemen here. Oh my goodness me, look at this colonial line infantry. How have they withstood this barrage? That is how you deal with invaders and intruders here. This is British territory, sir. And it shall remain so. Look at that. What an absolute bloodbath. We absolutely shattered that. There was me beforehand worrying about the Walloon guards. We absolutely decimated them. They have no fire support at all. And ours proved, look at that. We've absolutely run rampant there.
Forward for crown and country! Immediately!
And last, I think which we shall do, is we need to move in against. Now, we do have excellent cavalry here for this Polish army here. And then we're going to probably move in. We'll probably have this one last battle here, my friends. And then we'll probably leave it with this army here. We've got to be very careful that we don't leave this front open too much. We've got Poland here, still hovering about here. We do have this, but where exactly are this Ottoman force going? I think the Ottomans are going to throw absolutely everything they can here at Istanbul. That's what I think they're going to do. I think they're going to move in against Istanbul here. Who are they at war with? They're not at war with anybody. The only reason that they are here is to try and retake back their homeland. They're sort of their capital. That's the reason why they're here. They've used sort of Russia here to be able to sort of build up that force in quiet. Look at that. That's why we've also got, because we've got Syria here, they're also raiding this. By damn, the Russians have got so much firepower. 19,000 here, 15,000 coming in next turn as well. But we're going to use this force here to obliterate this. We're going to make sure that we are fully set up to defend and to move in here. Now, how is this force here? Still replenishing. I think what we will do is we shall repair this here. Let's make a stand here. Let's make a stance. And we're going to repair this. We've invested 12,000 gold at these here. That should bring a significant boost to our economy. We're going to have some trouble down in Istanbul and Constantinople here. But we've got additional forces here of these guards, these elite infantry guard units here, garrison guards. So they're not going to just walk in here and think they can do whatever they want here. They do have that organ gun which can be brutal. But we will be immured here within Istanbul. We will ultimately vanquish these fiends here as well. Then we can start moving up here. But let's take this fight here, my friends, and we are going to use these dragoons, these carbineers almost, absolutely properly here. The pistol dragoons, I believe here. Yeah, they use pistols at short distance. Otherwise, we've got to get quite close, and then we can do our damage. But let's do this. Let's move in here and deal with these. Good grief. 867 men is all they got available here. We got 2,583. We're going to have to act pretty quickly here, otherwise these cannons are going to do far more damage than they should do. They do have a lot of cavalry as well. Let's do this. Actually, we could probably auto-resolve this, to be honest with you, but no, we shall take this fight. We don't shirk our fights at all. One thing we won't be, my friends, is bully. They've been trying to bully us. The best way to deal with a bully, take away their power. Take away their power, a bully loses all credibility. It loses what it wants there, which is power over you. Take that away from them, they are nothing. Believe me, mark my words, my friends. And that is what the Spanish, the Poles, and indeed Russia have been trying to do. Bully us here, bully us out of this region here. We've shown them, once you stand up to a bully, once you take away that power that they like to have over you, they don't have anything at all. Now this village here could prove very effective here. We do have a huge deployment zone this time. I mean, look at this. We've also got this plateau here. Oh, what a wonderful site there. We could put our artillery out. Look at that. There's only one way in there, and that's here. And here as well. So that's a magnificent site to site our guns here, our fire support. That really is an absolutely magnificent site. Oh, it looks like it's going to have a little bit of a... oh, no, actually, I take that back. Now, it looks like they're going to be a little bit cramped here. But we can always drop this down here. To here. And... have they unlimbered? They have. I'll have to put them a little bit forward here. And also here as well. For some reason... oh, no, they have. I do beg your pardon. So, we shall move these gentlemen into here. Bring our fire support. We've got a good complement of fire support ourselves here. But crucially, it's going to be that the cavalry we've got here is going to prove vital here. We'll put our general here, behind here, because there's a good chance that this artillery here is going to be absolutely targeted pretty keenly here. Now, we also want to be able to strike out against them, so we're going to use, again, 2 regiments here. We shall actually, let's pull back our infantry regiments back here to get ourselves a proper... look at the cavalry. We've got horse cuirassiers, we've got heavy cav mixed in here, which we don't really need. We want the heavy cavalry to be together. Now, where's the deployment zone here for the Polish? I imagine they're going to be probably central, the Polish. We're actually going to move the heavy cavalry on the left here, moving around here, and we'll use our Royal Cuirassier Guards who've got pistols, which we are going to use. We are not going to take them off fire at will. We're actually going to use both melee mode and fire at will here. Now, hopefully my micromanagement here of this will be good enough. Our control of this will be good enough here now, of these forces. Look at that, what a magnificent sight here. We have to control them properly here. They have to be used efficiently. Many of you said, Mally, you're not using them properly. I absolutely agree with you here. Now, we could use the town here, if they come along here, to funnel through here. So, again, we're going to use that to our advantage. We do have line infantry here. We've got the 79th and 78th. We'll put the 79th here. We've got guards units here. We shall put the 78th here. We also need to keep some guard units here as well. We'll keep one guard unit here to protect the right flank here. But they have mostly cavalry here, so we have to be very vigilant here that we're not going to get caught in the open. We've got line infantry guards, line infantry. Oh, look at that 77th regiment. I almost missed those gentlemen there. And again, we're going to be careful here. We're going to make sure the right flank is fully protected as well. 15th regiment is there. We'll also keep back one regiment, the 21st line infantry guards. on, gentlemen. Thank you. The rest are going to be formed into a strike group here. Again, moving behind the heavy cavalry here, but again, they could come under a sustained barrage. We have to be accepting of that there. Where's the demarcation line? Right back here. Perfect. We've got that added depth here to be able to move and flank around. What about on this flank here? And again, the demarcation line is right back here. Wonderful to see. We can move up around again and flank. We're trying to use the village here to try and, if they move through, try and funnel them through this village here if possible, using them to disrupt their lines, their formations. Right, let's begin. Ah, look at that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. It really is an absolute joy to see. If they leave these open here, we're going to absolutely pound them to pieces. Oh, what a wonderful sight there, sir. Break away from the attack. Break away, gentlemen. Wheel around. Where are you, gentlemen? Where are you? Get into that flank there, gentlemen. Protect the flank. Square! Now we come in. Oh, this is an absolute joy to see, sir. Come on, gentlemen. Deal with them now. Deal with them. Get in each other's way. Don't get in each other's way. Oh, look at this, they've held on here. Oh my gosh, there's an absolute decimation here. Oh, What a shot, sir. Don't let the general escape. Use these as the backstop here. Now we use them. Come on, gentlemen. Let's get this, General. It's been an absolute bloodbath here, sir. What a wonderful sight, what a wonderful fight this has been. And the general lies dead on the battlefield here. Finish them off, lads. Put them to the sword. Leave no one alive. Yes. Yeah, another victory there. What a wonderful fight that was. We've absolutely obliterated the Spanish army, including elite units. We've also completely obliterated. We lost 344 men. 344 men. Oh, that was an absolute joy to see.
Victory!
How can we lose 771 men? Come off it, sir, please. And we shall use this force here. I think we'll crush in this force once and for all here. But I think we'll take this fight, my friends, next episode. And what a wonderful fight it's been. We've absolutely cleared everything. All we have to do now is clear these forces here down in Athens here, then the port in Athens here, and this force here. We've completely cleared everything here from our lands, from Greece and from Constantinople, from here, from this sort of, you know, western side of Constantinople, Istanbul. We have this force here, of course. We're going to start moving forces back into Romalia proper, and then we're going to seal off this border here with Poland, the Polish lands here in Belgrade and Bosnia. Their Yugoslavia, the Balkans, redoubt here of the Polish, and then we're going to really start to put some more forces into this area. We've also got our Norwegian adventure to go on as well, and our Sweden operation as well, which is going to be pretty brutal there. But this is the primary goal here, is to move up and secure a strong front. We might even put some forts up. We might put a fort here and a fort here as well, maybe even a fort on the border here as well, to draw any enemy forces onto those forts so we can defend them. We're going to then start building up armies behind the defences here, so that eventually we're going to absolutely explode out of the blocks here and hit all of these assets here of the Polish in one go. So all the Balkans will fall under British control in one go. Sofia, Belgrade, and indeed Bosnia here will all fall to British power here. And ultimately we've also got to be careful here of the Spanish here, because they're going to still keep sending, and so will the Russians, still keep sending forces. We need to keep forces on these sort of shorelines here to defend here, but ultimately we will be moving up and taking out this absolute menace that has been Poland as well. And eventually Russia will feel our wrath as well, but not just yet. We don't have the power for that yet. But we will eventually, believe me, deal a terrific blow to the Russians where they least expected to come from. But this is the fight next time around, my friends. The fight here to reclaim what is rightfully ours, and that is our lands here in the Mediterranean. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'd like to thank all of you once again for your wonderful comments. The council, all of you have been absolutely incredible, exemplary advice, comments, plans. Wonderful, my friends. It really has been. I'd like to thank all of you for your amazing support for all of my campaigns. It's been absolutely wonderful. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please keep your comments coming down below. Comments have absolutely proven vital in this campaign. They really have. Promotions will be coming very soon once we've got all these battles out of the way and everything's calmed down a bit, and we can just sort of concentrate. Anyone who comments in the comment section will get a general either this time around or when we increase our armies. Every single person that comments, regardless of how long your comment is or whatever it is, you will get an army. But I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you're having a good week thus far, my friends, and please be safe whatever you're doing. But until then, bye for now.